Creature Feature friends at home. Tangela has interrupted tonight's program because she's fairly upset with a lot of you. Apparently, she is somewhat rather miffed because while we get many thousands of views of our show here on YouTube, it would appear that only a few of you have even bothered to lift your index finger to press the subscribe button. So we'll just be holding up the show until you subscribe. Go on. It's easy. The button's right down here. Good. Now we'll just wait for the rest of you to do it as well. While we're waiting, we just want you to know that once we have enough subscribers, YouTube will unlock features to us that allow us to bring you more content, like live streaming. Imagine that, a live stream from right here at the mansion. It would be so much fun for us all. You, yes, you laddie in the grey shirt, you didn't push the button all the way. There you go. Oh, that's right. We'll also be able to offer you special merchandise right down here on the screen. Imagine how grandly entertaining it might be to order a fashionable new Creature Feature shirt right here as you watch. Right, so there's still 5 or 6 of you out there who have not yet subscribed. We're waiting. Young lady in the moo-moo, come on. When did moo-moos come back into fashion? And you, sir, with the impressive beard, I shall be far more impressed when you cease stroking your beard and use that hand of yours to press the subscribe button. Very good. All right, Tangela, I think that's all we're going to get tonight. We now resume our regularly scheduled program. Thank you for your patience.
With Livingston and Tangela too, and our host Vincent Landau, and he brings it to you. Creature features and all creatures and all features, and the creature gonna get you tonight. You better not turn out your bedroom light. He'll grab your head and give it such a bite. You may even die, just from a fright. You ain't nothing gonna be, baby. You ain't nothing gonna be alright. 'Cause the creature gonna get you, baby. Gonna get you tonight.
Whenever I ponder the future of mankind and his journey into space, I think about the smaller issues that are seldom examined in a typical science fiction film. For example, if you were to go on a diet while in space, would you lose weightlessness? Or if you were to activate your headlights on your spacecraft whilst travelling at light speed, would they actually work? And why, oh why, is it that although sound cannot travel through a vacuum, those bloody machines are still so damn loud?
Mr. Randall, you are a continuous source of astonishment.
Why, thank you, Livingston. Welcome to Creature Features. I am Vincent, this is Livingston, and the miniaturized and mischievous mademoiselle to this side would be my terrifying tenant, Tangela. But now back to my query. One of the questions I frequently inquire about to any astronaut that I so happen to stumble upon is this: how would supplies be transferred from one space colony to another? And the answer is the same every time: space trucks. And who would operate these space trucks? Why, space truckers, of course. Which cleverly segues into the title of tonight's film. For this evening, we'll be presenting to you for the very first time on television, Space Trucker Bruce. This is a fantastic saga that revolves around the everyday challenges facing a utility space vehicle operator as he navigates his way across the galaxy. This is a truly fantastic film that, for some reason that escapes me, was passed over during the Academy Award nomination process.
It is a low-budget film.
It most certainly is not.
It utilizes cardboard sets.
Oh, pish-tosh, Livingston. No, I bet you're quite right. Tangela says that Livingston is always bitter about space movies because in his younger years he was not selected for the German Space Force, better known as the Raumstreitkräfte. Better luck next time, old bean. But enough about the film. Let's talk about our guest. Who could be better to discuss with us the intricacies of life in space than a woman who has spent some years not on the landscape, not on the moonscape, nor on the nearscape, but in the fantastic world of the Farscape? Why, Gigi Edgley, that's who. You might remember Miss Edgley as the brilliant actress who portrayed the magical Chiana on the fabulous television program Farscape. She'll be joining us to talk about her time on that show, about all the wonderful things she's been up to since, and what incredible projects she has planned for the future. So don't go away, because it's going to be another night of Space Monster Fright right here on Creature Features. Stay tuned.
Portions of Creature Features are brought to you by the Winchester Mystery House in San Jose, California. Explore the mystery at winchestermysteryhouse.com.
Welcome to Creature Features. It's that time of the week when we have fun and we have an amazing guest like Miss Gigi Edgley. We wanted to get you like 2 years ago.
Well, I've been very busy. It took me a long time to swim from down under. It's a very far way. I'm exhausted.
I have it under good information that you are not living down under at the moment. That would have been a good excuse, though. That would explain. I'd say, the ships. They don't have that many coming between here and there.
Well, now I've been in LA for the last... Well, I go back and forward, but I came over to shoot Jim Henson's Creature Shop Challenge.
Right. We're going to talk about that.
Oh, that was amazing. And then I've been here probably 10, 15 years. I go back... we went back for Christmas and for Easter. And now I've got a little baby girl.
Right.
So I took her back to meet all the...
How does she do in the plane?
The first time she was amazing because she was a little teeny tiny.
Right.
And then the second time was pretty cray-cray.
Uh-oh. Well, it bothers the ears. It still does it to me as well.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, it wasn't like she was crying. She just wanted to say hello to every single person on the plane.
Oh, well, that's not so bad.
Yes, but for 15 hours, after about 5 hours, it gets a little tiring.
Right. Well, you travel a lot, right? She's going to have to learn how to fly with Mum.
And her name is Skywalker, so it's very apt.
And it's two names, Sky and Walker.
Yes, because we're big geeks at heart.
Are you a big Star Wars fan?
My guy is more the Star Wars fan, and I'm
So it was his idea?
Yes, because his name's Jed, like Return of the Jedi. So now I've got a Jedi and a Skywalker. So.
Oh my goodness! George Lucas or Disney. Look her up. She's ready, right? Would you do a Star Wars film?
I would. That would be amazing.
I think you would make a great character. Now you would not reprise your Farscape character.
Not in Star Wars, but there has been many whispers that Farscape's coming back.
Oh, you're jumping ahead. All right, we're gonna get to that. But first, we've got to start this film.
Calm down.
Right, we're gonna start the film, and then we're gonna talk about everything.
Cool. Thanks for having me.
All right, off we go. You guys stay with us.
Titan Station, this is the Lucky Lady. We're here on the far side of Titan preparing approach, following course vector G.
Confirmed, course vector G. Titan Station, Space Freighter Nightshade departing on my way to Mars. I've just cleared all approaching traffic, so I'm gonna fire up my main engines and be on my merry way. Roger that.
Titan Station, this is the Lucky Lady. We're seeing something here in the atmo. think it's a meteor.
Lucky lady, space tracking report shows no inbound meteors at this time.
We're going out of radio range.
Can you verify the sighting?
Wait, that's not a meteor. It's a
Hi, Bruce.
Rub lotion on me.
Ooh, rub lotion on me. Rub me first.
Don't worry, ladies. There's plenty of me to go around.
Wake up, Bruce. There's been a micrometeor impact. The ship is losing air pressure. Wake up. Wake up.
For the love of God, just 5 more minutes.
Wake up. 1 minute to critical pressure. Critical air pressure level in 10 seconds. Leak fixed. Air pressure restored. Bruce, you need to repair that pressure door so I can stop these leaks.
Nothing like a big old cheeseburger. Hey, thanks, buddy. Hey, did you fix that vapor converter yet? Right on. Actually, it's a pretty well-written magazine. You're right. Who am I kidding?
Beans.
Oh, you're looking happy today.
Looking good.
Well, thank you. So am I.
Do you have cocoa beans? I love cocoa beans.
Did you get your chores done?
Of course.
Great.
Beat you at chess.
Oh, are you? We'll see about that. I've been reading up on chess moves.
Practice all the time.
Practicing?
Sure.
With who?
Beans.
You're a big fat liar, Mr. Sour Cream. Hello, aliens. This is Bruce from Earth. I'm still hauling my hog fat, all 20,000 tons of it. It's been 6 months since I left Earth. I miss puppies. And grass. The long-range receiver's still broken. It's been that way since my last run with Jimmy. I've been feeling a little weird lately. I think it's because I haven't talked to anyone in so long. I don't know. It can get pretty lonely out here.
Oh, everything's back together. Close valves, repressurize. Close the hatch, all done. Saved once again by duct tape and ingenuity. I hope this thing works.
Engines back online.
Ignition. Damn it! Ah. I'm screwed. Stupid rental. Computer, are we going to be passing anything?
The shuttle will pass close to Neptune in 3 years, then leave the solar system.
I'm so dead. Unless... Computer, is there a distress call on this ship?
Yes, it is also called a hitchhiker transponder.
Really? Where is it?
It is a button on the left side of the panel.
There it is.
Bruce, we're receiving a hitchhiker signal.
Ooh! A hitchhiker! All right! Nessie, respond and plot an intercept course.
Intercept course engaged.
Yeah, RJ. I'll put on some clean clothes. Yeah, I'll clean up the ship too. Hitchhiker! Hitchhiker! I'm gonna have someone to talk to! Hitchhiker! Hitchhiker! I'm gonna make you a surprise.
Portions of this program are brought to you by Micromat, making products that keep your Macintosh running at its best.
Welcome back to the show. If you are just now joining us, we've got an amazing guest. Miss Gigi Edgley. You know, I want to say that in like the French language.
Gigi.
Gigi.
Bonjour, Gigi.
No, that's the proper way to say the name Gigi. Everyone says Gigi. It's actually a French name, and you say Gigi.
Yes.
I had an aunt named Gigi.
Really? Wait, was it her proper name?
I have no idea.
Or, 'cause
everybody called her this. Her
Really?
husband as well.
So there might be another Gigi out there. My long lost Gigi
No, it's
friend.
a common name in France. She
Oh,
was
in
French.
France. Oh, that's good. There you go.
No, she was French. She had a poodle even, a French poodle. Vicious little beast. All right, well, enough about me. Let's talk about you. Farscape was a
Yes.
big deal.
Yes.
But that was like a big deal for you because you were not doing like the big acting until you started doing that, right?
Yeah, well, I'd done a couple of guest star roles on Australian television, and I've always grown up like obsessed with fairies and unicorns and mermaids and anything in the world of Henson, like The Dark Crystal was and still is my all-time favourite film. And Labyrinth as well. So when I got to audition for Farscape and I saw the Henson logo up there in the corner, I was completely over the moon.
Right.
So it was amazing. I was a guest star for one episode, and then they liked the character, so they asked me to stick around.
That's fabulous.
And I love playing characters that you don't have any, there's no rules. You can make them up from scratch. It's not like a doctor or a nurse or a schoolgirl or whatever. It's actually a creature from outer space that you can do whatever you want. So,
and her name was Chiana?
Chiana, yeah. And I made all these weird, crazy movements up because I wanted to be an alien. I didn't want to be...
Oh, and you definitely came across as one.
Thank you.
So you did a lot of design work on that character, right?
Yeah,
I mean, those moves and everything were yours.
Yep, absolutely. All the roles that I get, I put my heart and soul and life and in it. I find out the numerology, the astrology, what they had for breakfast, how many times they've gone to the red, and study everything I can possibly study about them.
Is this what it takes to be a successful actor? Because, I want to do it, and I don't know if I could do all those things.
I want to do it.
I don't think I could do those things, horoscope and eat well and things like this.
I know, it's I think just because I'm really passionate about it, and I love telling stories, and it's so good being an actor because you can be anyone. You don't have to just be an actor. You can be the lawyer. You can be any character because I've had a really decent run of really strong female roles as well, which I've been fortunate to do. So yeah, I've learned a lot about myself.
So have you always wanted to be an actress from when you were young?
I've always I love dressing up and playing make-believe. That's where and then now I get paid for it. So I'm like, yes.
That's what an actor is. Somebody who does not outgrow that, right?
Right. I guess so.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to hear more about Farscape, but we've got to get back to this film. However, we're going to talk about other projects you've been doing because you've got like a full plate. All right? Okay, off we go. You stay with us. You guys stay with us. And I'm stuck here, so I'm here.
I baked you a pie. I've made it just for you. Well, I'm Bruce, and this fine ship is the Nessus. The computer goes by Nessie. And she was made from the finest scrap metal on Mars.
Hi, I'm Max.
Hey. I'm headed to Titan Station to deliver a load of hog fat, and you're the first person I've seen in 6 months.
Thanks a lot for rescuing me. I thought I was done for when my shuttle broke down. There's not many ships on this route.
There's a whole bunch of nothing out here. Let me give you the tour. So why are you way out here in that dinky little shuttle?
Work.
Work, I know how work can be. Stupid, unnecessary psych evaluations.
I had this awesome job as an automation engineer on Mars. It was great. And then I got this new boss, a real jerk. He decides, "You've got to go work at the Titan Station." So the company rents me a shuttle. And the next thing I know, I'm waking up from hypersleep because a micrometeor has punctured my engine and thrown me off course.
That is an incredibly dangerous way to travel. Those shuttles get lost all the time when people try to take them into deep space. They're not built for it like good old Nessie here.
Damn it! Those bastards! I'm quitting as soon as I get to the Titan Station.
Those bean-counting Sons of bitches.
I've been looking for a reason to switch jobs. Besides the typical, I'm bored with my work and I don't like my boss. And this is definitely a good reason. Do you have a long-range receiver? I couldn't connect to the network in the shuttle.
The long-range receiver's broken. It's been broken for 6 months. The home office probably thinks I'm dead. Or they are.
Hey, is that pizza?
Oh no, you do not want any of that. That's been sitting there for 6 months.
Ew.
Did you know that Domino's delivers to Earth orbit?
Really?
By the way, if you see a container of sour cream sitting around, do not mess with it. That is Mr. Sour Cream, and he and I are in the middle of a chess game.
Okay.
Hey, let me show you something. This is RJ7, my droid. Yes, RJ7 Max is the first company we've had on this trip. No, RJ7, he's a real live human being. RJ7 is state of the art, and he hates not being able to update his software due to the long-range receiver being broken. Do you speak droid?
No.
You know, the binary language of moisture evaporators.
What?
What?
You said something.
No, I didn't. I gotta go use the can.
It's a trash can.
So, we gonna eat this pie or what?
Yeah, let's do it.
Good night, Max.
Good night, Bruce.
Good night, Nessie.
Good night, Bruce.
Good night, RJ7. Good night, Mr. Sour Cream. How you doing?
Fine.
Do you need anything? I'm here to help.
No, I'm okay.
Okay. I baked some baklava. It's in the kitchen.
I'll have some later.
Okay, I'll see you later. Hey Max, how's it going? I got this game. Would you like to play it? Oh, I'm sorry. It has been so long since I've had anyone else on board that I sometimes forget how to behave.
That's okay. I just need a certain amount of personal space.
Gotcha. So, do you want to play?
Sure.
Cool.
Ah. Ah. Which card do you want?
That one. Abandoned station. Excellent. Yeah, read it and weep. Good night, Max.
Good night, Bruce.
Good night, Nessie.
Good night, Bruce.
Good night, RJ7. Beep, beep, beep. Good night, Mr. Sour Cream. Good night.
Uncharted distress call from vessel 259. Distress call from vessel 259. Uncharted distress call from vessel 259. Distress call from vessel 259.
Strange, isn't it?
What are you doing?
I'm working on this panel.
Why are we receiving a signal? I thought your long-range receiver was broken.
It is.
How can we be receiving anything then?
It's not completely broken. It still picks up things close by.
Uncharted distress call from vessel 259.
Let's scan the area. Nothing there. That's strange.
Where's it coming from then?
I don't know. It could be a signal directed straight at us. Oh well. Back to bed. Good move, Mr. Sour Cream. You, sir, are a formidable opponent.
Beans. Accidents happen all the time. Out the airlock. One push. You can have it all.
So what do these buttons do?
Press them. Yes, press them.
No.
Kill them all. Chocolate chips. Chocolate chips.
It moved. I know it moved.
Hairstyling for the show was provided by Restoration Hair in Santa Rosa.
Welcome back to the show. Miss Gigi stepped away. She had something to do up front. I think, we have no telephone reception inside the house. It's like, I think they insulated the home with lead, actual lead.
Aluminium foil.
Aluminium, yes. So we're going to do letters. She'll be right back. But what do you got for me? Mail to read from our lovely viewers at home. All right, dear creature, this is from Jacob Christie. He does not say where. Jacob, you always have to tell us where you're from when you write, because we want to know. It's not important. I just like to hear. All right, dear creature features, we have never heard who was the first horror host that all of you first saw. Well, let's start with you. Who was the first horror host you ever saw?
I don't remember.
Yeah, he's from Germany, so I don't know if that's a thing over there. It should be.
It's not.
A German horror host would be quite terrifying, I think.
Jawohl.
Tonight's movie. No, that's Russian. I don't know. What about you, Tangela? Who's the first horror host you've ever seen? Well, if you don't know, it's probably me, right? Yeah, their face. That's it. Thanks for writing, Jacob. Next up.
What about you?
What about me? You know, I saw a tape of Bob Wilkins in the UK. Somebody said, hey, check out this chap. I'm like, he's cool. Never did I think I'd be sitting in his chair. All right, this one's from Carl. How do I say this?
Giraldi.
Giraldi? Carl Giraldi. Giraldi Handyman? Oh, he's even got an email address if we need his services, I assume. All right. Dear Creature Features, watching for the last year, I've seen some ridiculous things happen to poor Andrew. Anyway, I'm currently hiring handymen at $20 an hour rate. Comes with benefits and no abuse from the clients. Please pass my information along to Andrew. Andrew, did you hear this? Do you want another job? I think he'll call you, maybe. We'll see. Thanks for writing. And last note. Oh my goodness, this is a novel. I thought you were like editing these down. No? All right. This is from Claire Rodriguez in Santa Cruz, California. I love Santa Cruz. They have that Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. You can go on rides. You like that place, right? And if you go in the fun house, or whatever they call it, they have a Laughing Sal there. She likes Laughing Sal. If you don't know who Laughing Sal is, Google it. It's hideous. All right. Oh, this is for you, not for me. Dear Livingston, I enjoy seeing you on Creature Features every Saturday night. I really, really wanted to meet you at the last convention in Santa Rosa, California, but couldn't attend. I have a few questions since I wasn't able to ask you in person. How tall are you?
2 meters.
Oh, do it in American.
6'6".
That's more than 2 meters, I think. What are you looking for in an ideal date?
Quiet.
Quiet. When are your days off, and what's your phone number?
Secret and secret.
I think she's making a play here, Claire. Tell us a little bit about yourself. To tell you a little bit about myself, I'm a short, sweet, older lady, and I would like a man like you in my life. You would be great, and I wouldn't have to reach the top shelf anymore. Anyway, call me on your day off if you can, and she leaves her phone number. I will not read on the air. You should put this one in your pocket, mate. He's such a playboy. All right, that's it for letters. If you'd like to send us a letter through email, use the address you see appearing down under my shoe, or if you'd like to send it in the post, send it to the address you see appearing under my knee. We'll be right back with Miss Gigi, but right now we're going to get back to the film, so you stay with us.
Cocoa beans. Beans. Chocolate chips.
How do you move, Mr. Sour Cream?
Beans.
You're all over the place.
You wanna do it. You wanna do it. You know you wanna do it.
Waiting.
No one will know.
Waiting. Waiting. Waiting.
I don't get it. How are you so happy way out here without immersion, anyone to talk to, or anything to do? It's driving me crazy.
Immersion's not living. It's fake. People think they need all kinds of constant distractions and entertainment with sex bots and all these electronic devices, it's not a good way to live. Although, maybe I should get a sex bot.
Bruce, why did you cut the rings on that six-pack holder?
Well, you're supposed to cut them up to protect the animals. Like dolphins.
Dolphins?
What?
Never mind.
You look a little messed up.
I feel messed up.
And here I thought you were one of those natural types that didn't like to bathe. To each his own, I say. But you look like you're about to crack.
There's nothing to do here. I can't check my messages. I can't get on the network. I can't even look for a new job. It's like my life's on hold. I have all these plans for when I get off the ship. And that day is so far away that it's making me nuts. I have an idea. Put me back in hypersleep.
You don't want to do that. There's no reason to put your life on hold like this. We're only a month out from Titan Station, and you're just torturing yourself with these thoughts. Plus, there's plenty to do on this ship. As long as you have your mind, you never have to be bored. Hey, I got the perfect distraction. You want to watch some movies?
Yeah.
Great. I got a whole bunch of good ones picked out.
I've never watched a movie before.
Wow, you've been missing out. You're going to love this.
All right. Let's do it.
Oh, you kind of reek. Why don't you go get cleaned up, and I'll get things set up here.
Okay.
All right. Did you want something to drink? I've got Diet Coke, Altarian Ale, or Martian bottled water.
Bottled water's fine.
I've picked out our first movie.
Star Wars 4.
No. Star Wars 1.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
I'll kill all of you.
All right. Oh, awesome. That was amazing.
Oh, yes.
I love you, Janet, but I have to go. The gymnasts in the National Circus need my help to beat Russia, but I'll walk on the beach and count the grains of sand and remember the time we've spent.
These movies are great. Why doesn't everybody watch these?
Because of immersion. Once you could live out your fantasies in a virtual world, nobody wanted to watch movies anymore. But I still love them.
Well, I'm definitely going to watch more. But I still feel like this is just killing time until we get to the station. Space travel is so boring. How can you stand all this waiting?
Those thoughts are your first mistake. You're sitting around here waiting for some future activity. Most truckers are all about getting to the station, getting with their girlfriend, going drinking. I cannot live that way. I tried that on my first trip, and I almost went out of my mind. I was just about ready to quit trucking for good and go back to working a 9-to-5 job. I was sitting in the Titan Cafe at the bar debating what to do when in runs this wild-eyed guy chasing the waitress. He sat down next to me at the bar. He said his name was Tam, and he'd been a space trucker for 20 years. And not just the 6-month runs to Titan, but the really long hauls that take years to complete, like the run out to Logan Station. You know, Logan's Run.
What?
Never mind. At first, I thought he was a big nutball, and after talking with him, I realized he really was a big nutball. But I was amazed at how content and happy he was. I signed up on his next run as his crew, and he taught me the way of the Zen Space Trucker.
The Zen Space Trucker?
The Zen Space Trucker. He used to walk around naked. I hated that. And he was full of all this spiritual mumbo-jumbo that I mostly ignored. But I did learn the most important part of his teachings.
Which is?
There isn't anything to wait for. The most important place is here, and the most important time is now. You remember those words, and you'll be happy. Or in our case, you won't go crazy. Oh.
I hope you don't start walking around naked.
No. I have a thong.
What?
I'm kidding. You think you need to do certain things to be happy, and when you can't do them, you get bored. You spend all your time looking into the future, and you're not paying attention to what's right in front of you. What if you died tomorrow? Or right now? I could die right now. I wouldn't have any regrets. That's because I live every moment.
Well, at this point, I'd do anything to make this trip go faster. Can you teach me this Zen space trucker philosophy?
I ain't Kane the Wanderer, and this is not Kung Fu.
Sorry, dude. I thought you wanted to teach me.
I do. Who says that I don't?
Great. When do we start?
Training starts tomorrow. But for now, dinner. And pie. Be in the moment. Don't worry about the future. Put all your thoughts into what is happening right now.
So you're always in the moment.
Well, that's my goal. I mean, I do think of the past or future. I'm not perfect. And there are practical considerations that require future thought. And if I'm stressed, I go to my happy place. And that's totally against the Zen trucker's code.
Your happy place?
Ah, my happy place. It calms me, and I can live in the moment better if I'm relaxed.
What is your happy place?
It's private. Try and hit me.
Okay.
Good! Now this is what it feels like when someone presses in on your elbow like this. This is how you break someone's arm.
Well, I've got a face full of water and hog fat. They say they make the verse go round. I always thought that was love, but then our ship hit the ground.
Diagnostic tool. Thank you.
Stars are your eyes, and I swear that sometimes it's your voice in the squelch. Well, I'm just supply lines and deadlines and too many memories of you. Well, it gets lonely out here in the void since I spaced their limited programming just kept on cooking for two. Yeah, my life is a series of back roads and wormholes. This payload, it won't haul itself. And all the stars are your eyes, and I swear that sometimes it's your voice in the squelch. Well, I'm just supply lines and deadlines and too many memories of you.
Hey! What are you up to?
I'm going swimming.
We have a pool?
Water storage tank B.
Yeah.
Don't worry, it's filtered.
Yeah, my life's just a series of back roads and wormholes. This payload, it won't haul itself. And all the stars are your eyes, and I swear that sometimes it's your voice in the squelch. Well, I'm just supply lines and deadlines and too many memories of you.
Features is brought to you by CreatureFeatureStore.com, the official merchandiser of Creature Feature accessories.
Welcome back to the show. We are still with Miss Gigi Edgley from Farscape and other things. So, Farscape, I bet you've got some crazy tales about that show.
I think it's been one of my favorite stories about Farscape is the beautiful journeys that I've been on and the amazing people that I've met that have watched the show. I've been doing the comic conventions for almost 20 years, 20 years now. And it's almost like my family, because a lot of these people have been long-time supporters of myself and the show. And they've come to these events throughout the years, and we've become very good friends. A lot of my latest productions have actually been working with people that I've met at Comic Cons as well.
Really?
Yeah. And it's quite beautiful when you meet people all over the world that have watched the show, and we share this really cool vision together, and people come up and they say how it's affected, how it helped them through a hard time, or how it helped them discover something about themselves, and that's a very special thing, because, as an actor, you rock up on set and you tell your story, and it's so precious when you can actually see how far it's reached.
Right.
So yeah, it's been very cool.
That must be amazing, because I don't get comments like that when I do the conventions. I get things like, "Oh, that film you showed gave me bloody nightmares."
Oh no, that's terrible.
Yeah,
Although, do you,
or maybe it's my face. I don't know.
Do you intend to give them nightmares?
Well, no. We clip the films a bit. We take out the naughty bits.
Well,
and
maybe that's why you give them nightmares. They don't see all the good stuff.
Oh, is that it? I'm going to try this technique you're describing. So, doing Farscape, I mean, there must have been some crazy situations they put you in. Your character was so animated.
She was awesome. It was so cool, because when I got all the makeup on and everything, it made you feel so brave.
Right.
Because she was so beautiful. So the makeup took 3.5 hours every day, and you got to work with extraordinary people, and the scripts were amazing, and you were filming 2 or 3 different episodes at the same time.
You're telling me all the glamorous stuff. I want to hear about the part where they like hung you from a wire and you almost died.
That's my favorite stuff. I love it. I love being...
Well, every actress and actor that comes onto that chair has told me a story that has made me cringe.
What? Oh no.
No, producers are terrible. They always endanger the lives of you poor actors.
I'm all about it. I'm like, string me up and throw me around. I love it. I did another show called Rescue Special Ops, and it was all like paramedics going into hardcore places. So they trained us up.
And it was actual reality type?
Not reality, but they trained us up for 3 weeks, because they wanted us to do the majority of stunts, so that they could get, the really good shots of the actual actors rather than the stunt doubles. So they hung me off the highest tower in Sydney. They threw us off the cliffs at Manly. They blew us up all over Australia. There was this amazing scene where...
She's smiling as she tells
I love it. I
tale.
just love it. And then you can't act. You just have to react to everything that's going on.
I think actors are some of the bravest people in the world. Of course. I mean, you have to play everything, right? You got to play army people and all that.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to signal we got to get back to the film. But however, when we come back, we're going to talk about one of your other projects, right?
Okay.
All right. And we shall be right back after the next break. Stay with us.
Hi, Bruce. You never got to rub lotion on me.
Well, hello, Katie. I'm sure I can find some lotion around here somewhere.
Well, hurry up. This hallucination won't last long.
Oh. Oh! Damn it! I'm gonna kick your ass! Ow! This is a method designed to get you in touch with the moment. Pretty good idea, huh? Were you thinking of anything else while I was hitting you?
No.
Well, great, then it worked. Let's go have some pie. I can finish fixing your shuttle now. A few days ago, I figured out where that part goes.
Great. Wait a minute. A few days ago? Why didn't we fix it then?
Your training is too important. You're gonna have to learn the ways of the Force if you're gonna face Vader.
What?
Seriously, I have a full schedule. Your engines are back online. I was able to get them 50% functional with some of Nessie's spare parts. But for now, if we need to escape, we have a working escape pod.
You don't have an escape pod?
No.
Test drive?
Sure. My turn. Get ready. That was awesome. This means something.
Distress call from Vessel
Nessie, record
259.
this.
The ship. Evacuating on course 3G9. No. It's here.
Transmission recorded. The source is behind us and getting closer.
Nessie, play that back.
Distress call from Vessel 259. On the ship.
What is that noise in the background?
Evacuating on course 3G9. No. It's here.
Gonna die.
Let's not play that again.
Okay. Yay! New friends! New friends! New friends! New friend! What? New friends! It's behind us, about 5,000 miles and closing. We should be able to see it.
There it is.
Evil looking sucker, isn't it?
Let's get out of here.
Nessie, shut that damn thing off.
Bruce, it appears to be some kind of distress call. That is why it plays through the ship. This message is a newer one than the other messages, but according to the timestamp, these were recorded over 10 years ago.
Let's try and contact them.
You actually want to contact the people that sent that scary message?
We have to. If a ship receives a distress call, we're required to help by law. Vessel 259, this is the vessel Nessus. Responding to your distress call. Do you read? Over. Vessel 259, are you in need of assistance? Over.
What do you think it is?
It could be a deep space freighter, running with no lights, not responding to radio, on a collision course. It could be pirates.
What if it is pirates? What do we do?
We die. We'll be vastly outnumbered and outgunned, considering I don't have any. They'll fillet us alive and use our bodies as hood ornaments on the front of their ship. Ah, just kidding. They'll steal the cargo, they'll steal the ship, and they'll maroon us in your shuttle.
That still sounds bad, especially way out here.
Yeah, it does sound pretty bad. I don't think it's pirates. They tend to sneak up on you.
Well, that's reassuring.
Nothing much to do now but wait. I still think it's new friends. Max, get up here and look at this.
On my way. What the hell is that?
I don't know. It looks like a freighter, but it's much larger than usual. You know, sometimes ships go missing and no one knows why. Let's go check it out!
Wait a minute. That sounds really dangerous. Why would we want to go over there and risk our lives?
Salvage rights, dude!
What about that scary message?
Don't worry about it. Come on! It'll be fun!
This thing's huge.
You know, this could be a Class 5 freighter. They quit making them about 20 years ago.
There's the port. Hey, the computer says it's 70 degrees and that the air is breathable on the other side of this hatch. We won't need those.
Easier for us, let's go.
All right.
Oh, the gravity's going to shift at the top of the ladder, so be cautious.
Okay.
Hi, this is Jim from San Martin, California. Really enjoyed the show. I've enjoyed it ever since Bob Wilkins first started it back in the 70s. And I'm still watching those quality films that we all enjoy. I love them all. Thanks. Bye.
This is Livingston, and you're watching Creature Features. Not now. Stay tuned.
Welcome back to Creature Features. I'm lucky, you're lucky, because we're lucky to have Miss Gigi Edgley from Farscape and Jim Henson's Creature Shop Show. What was the full name of that?
Jim Henson's Creature Shop Challenge.
Creature Shop Challenge. Yeah. So this was like almost like a game show.
Well, so it was 10 creature designers, and what they had to do was within a certain amount of days, usually it was about 3 or 4 days, they had to design, fabricate, and create huge creatures with animatronics, the whole thing. And then they had to bring them out and perform them in front of Brian Henson, Kirk Thatcher, and Beth Hathaway. And then usually there was and I was the host, yeah. And it was really awesome because so many of us have grown up watching anything that the Henson Company do. So to actually see inside the creature shop and to see, you know, all those characters that we've grown up with, and it was very, very special. And it was, I really liked it as well because they were the judges were always very complimentary you know, and never, it wasn't, they weren't focused on, you know how a lot of reality shows focus on the drama and the this and the
like
that.
the cooking shows where they scream,
Yeah.
that's terrible.
Yeah, but they really, because these people were amazing designers, so
Right.
they really encouraged them, and what I found magical and cool too is like, so you'd set the challenge and then they'd go and do it for a few days, and then they'd perform in the Henson studios in the back lot.
Right.
And so I'd always sneak in early and I'd go and check out the set because they'd change the set each time, every few days. And I'd sit there and practice rehearse my script and everything and just take in the whole energy of it all. And it was just a very special
It's
experience.
a very impressive place. I went to a soiree there for
Nice.
the premiere for one of the Harry Potter films.
Oh, wow. That would have been
and
amazing.
they turned the place into Hogwarts. It was incredible.
Wow.
Absolutely incredible. And they had like the moving pictures and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was probably the same place you filmed the show.
That's amazing.
Right off like Hollywood or something like that, off Melrose. I can't remember the streets down there anymore.
La Brea.
La Brea,
Yep.
that's it.
It's
I remember
Kermit
it
the
well.
Frog's on top of the studios there.
Right, that's beautiful. So you had fun doing that, and that show's finished, right?
Yes, so that's finished now, and there have been some other things that possibly in the works. So I'm crossing all my limbs and all my fingers. Do you want to know
and we're
about
gonna
it, or
cross
should
them
I
with
hold?
you. She's going to give us a sneak peek or a
Well,
hint.
there's been whispers that Farscape might be returning.
Oh no! Actual whispers or like
Well, it feels a
louder
little bit
voices?
more than whispers because we had our 20th anniversary last year. So we did lots of reunions. We did Dragon Con, we did San Diego Comic Con, we did WinterCon, and organised these beautiful panels. And it was really amazing because they were all packed to the brim. And
Right.
I've never seen crowds that were so laser focused, you know, there with their phones watching, like so still, hanging on every word. And I was like, how cool is this that a show that was, 20 years ago still
And
holds
so
such...
potential producers look at this and say,
Yes,
we can make
definitely.
some money with this program.
Yes, and they've been talking about working with original cast members as well. So I'm like, come on, yes, hurry up.
Oh, they have to bring you back. I mean, that's a given.
That would be nice.
No, they have to. I'll write a strongly worded letter.
Thank you,
to
I
make sure
appreciate
they
it.
do. All right, we're going to get back to the film, but when we come back, we're going to talk about something else that you did.
Uh-oh.
Yes. It was a good thing, though. It was a good thing. All right, so you guys stay with us. We shall be right back soon, and don't go away.
Where were you?
I had to pee.
In the corner?
Come on, let's go.
Ew.
Yeah, I figured we'd see some of these. I wouldn't do that.
Huh? She's frozen.
She was melting. I don't think it's been warm in here very long.
Holy crap! It's huge!
This must be the main cargo hold.
What is this stuff?
I have no idea.
Yeah, it looks like a worthless piece of rock.
Well, it can't be worthless. I'm gonna grab some more!
Where the hell are we now?
I don't know. We should be getting close to the bridge.
Don't worry, RJ7. I'm tracking their progress.
Bruce, come here and take a look at this.
Found it! Ooh, more dead people.
There must have been a fire. Smoke must have got in the air vents and killed them.
Check this out! This is so cool! Anyway, there's gotta be tons of cool salvage around here. Maybe I'll get myself a new mattress. Come on!
I'm gonna try to extract the memory from this computer. Maybe the ship's log can tell us what happened.
Sounds good to me. You know, these bodies are giving me the creeps. I'm gonna go look for some cool stuff to salvage. Back in a bit. See ya!
Bruce, don't go too far.
Yeah. Gonna get me some stuff to salvage.
Is anybody over there?
Bruce! Help! Help! Hey! Batter up.
What the heck was that thing?
Ship's robot, a P-13. It's a shame I killed it. Those things are expensive. I'm still taking it, though.
Why did it attack me?
I don't know, did it say anything?
It sounded like it said, "Get out."
Well, it could be protecting the ship or warning us. But there's nothing around here. There's just a bunch of dead people in that blinking light.
Blinking light?
Time to go. Wait. What are you doing? I gotta get my stuff. These stackings are awesome. I ran out like 3 months ago. Oh God, we're all gonna die. Let's go. Go. How long does it take to blow up? I don't know. Don't mind her. I rescued her. She's dead. She's only mostly dead. I get lonely.
Lonely?
Instead of talking about my love life, can we please get the heck out of here?
Oh, right.
Let's go. Let's go. Faster.
Oh no! I think we're stuck.
Happy place. Oh, hi, Katie.
Hi, Bruce. Bruce, increase the power to the inertial dampers.
What?
Increase the power to the inertial dampers. Bruce, are you listening to me?
Bruce! Increase the power to the inertial dampers! Bruce! What are you doing? Snap out of it!
Oh, right.
We're free!
Oh, thank God. Nancy, get us out of here, full speed.
Full thrust engaged.
Nessie, how do I make the ship go faster?
If you make the ship lighter, then we can make the minimum safe distance. Cargo can be dumped, water or fuel or the shuttle.
Ah!
You're in my chair.
Oh! Where were you?
I was taking care of my new woman. I gotta keep her in the fridge or she'll thaw out.
We have less than 3 minutes until this thing blows up. When it does, we don't want to be within 100 miles of it. We've got to lighten the ship.
So I heard. Let's dump the shuttle.
No, my stuff's in there. And it's a rental. Hey, let's dump the hog fat instead.
No! Nobody touches my hog fat. I'm dumping it.
I'm dumping the hog fat.
Valve opening.
God damn it. You just dumped 10 grand worth of hog fat.
Sorry, I'm trying to save our lives.
Faster! Faster!
We made it.
No more ghost ships.
When we were in the shuttle, why didn't you answer me?
Well, I went to my happy place.
Your happy place almost got us killed. For somebody who's talking about living in the moment, you sure don't practice what you preach.
I had a moment, okay? God. Damn.
What?
We're still losing hog fat. The valve's broken. Somebody's gonna have to go out and fix it.
Oh no. I can't go out there. You go.
If I go, who will pilot the ship? I don't suppose you know how to fly an SP-350 with a back-burning retro igniter?
Doesn't this thing pretty much fly itself?
What if something were to happen? A trucker never leaves his ship. And never lets hitchhikers drive.
Whatever. Help me get suited up.
Portions of this program are brought to you by Micromat, making products that keep your Macintosh running at its best.
You've been selected for a free trip to Aruba.
The main valve is on the back of the tank. You're doing fine. Just a bit further.
I think I can see what's wrong. There's a bone stuck in there. Oh. It's stuck pretty good.
Max, before I forget, don't pull the bone out until you've tied on. Oh! Too late.
Wow. There's a lot of stars out here. It's amazing. Bruce, I'm glad I met you. I know I'm gonna die, but I don't feel afraid. It's so beautiful out here.
Well, I'm glad I met you too. But you're not gonna die. Look beside you.
It really is a robot. Hi, RJ7. Bruce, there's something wrong with RJ7. It's broken.
God damn it. Not again. Not like Jimmy. God damn it. Oh, this is a bad idea. Nessie, open the door so I can intercept Max. And then reel us in real fast. Max. When you see me, I may not be conscious.
What?
Grab me and latch on.
All right.
Bruce, are you sure you want to do this? There's a very good chance you will die.
If I don't do this, Max will die.
Confirmed. Door will open in 5,
Exhale.
4,
Exhale.
3,
Exhale.
2, 1.
Oh my God! He's crazy!
Breathe. How's that for being in the moment? On my last run, there was a bad heater in the hog fat tank. My co-pilot Jimmy went out to fix it. And he was hit by a meteor. I couldn't get to him in time. Since then, I've been afraid to go outside. But I couldn't let it happen again. Saved your ass.
Thanks for saving my life.
Yeah, friends don't let friends die. It's against the space trucker code.
This job is really tough.
That's space travel for you. Long periods of boredom followed by moments of life-threatening terror. But the cargo's safe. We're safe. And I got a new woman. Let's celebrate. Maybe the mostly me. You want some? Remember, taste isn't everything.
No. You can have them.
Suit yourself.
What was that cargo?
I don't know. Maybe my frozen woman will have some answers. Hey!
Hey!
I baked you some cookies.
Yummy, thanks.
So, any luck deciphering that freighter's data log thing?
Not really. I really wanted to find out why that ship chose to blow up
the minute that we boarded it. I mean, it was out there for like 10 years. Nessie said the reactor was going critical, and it had been for at least 2 weeks.
We went through a storm of micrometeorites 2 weeks ago. I'll bet it got hit.
The cooling system got damaged, causing the reactor to go critical. It heated up the rest of the ship, thawing out the bodies. Then the power surges from that caused the transmitter to activate, sending the distress call.
Mystery solved.
Yeah.
But you know, there's one more mystery, and she's sitting in my freezer, and I'd really like to, check her out.
Check her out?
I meant revive. That's what I meant. I meant revive. Not check her out. I meant, not like, boobs or anything. No, that's not what I meant. I meant check her out, like revive her, make sure she's okay. That's what I meant. Let's go.
What's that?
That? That's Dorothy.
What's Dorothy?
Dorothy's my custom-made resuscitation chamber.
Oh.
So we pop her into this thing, and it should fix her right up, assuming she's not too far gone.
Temperature, -10 degrees Celsius. Blood saturated with nanoprotectors.
Oh, that's good. She won't have as much damage.
Mental degeneration level, 34%.
Oh, that's not so good. She may be a little off when we repair her.
So, what does that mean?
We'll just have to wait and see. I wonder who she is.
I wonder if she knows what that cargo was, or what happened to the ship.
Anyway, I gotta use the can.
Restoration complete.
Want some pie?
She's awake! Welcome aboard! This fine ship is the Nessus, and I'm Bruce.
And I'm Max.
Let's see how you thought out. Well, she seems healthy. Her vitals check out. Do you speak English? Do you know your name?
What?
Oh yeah, Manuel said something about this. You should get your voice back anytime. You were, dead, after all. I'll just take that. Where's my pie?
You're crazy. Teach you a song about paper towels, then we get down to business.
This is Livingston, and you're watching Creature Features. Not now. Stay tuned. This portion of Creature Features is brought to you by CreatureFeatureStore.com, the official merchandiser of Creature Feature accessories.
So, Gigi Edgley.
Awesome.
Amazing Farscape actress, actor. You know, I heard you did that Star Trek Continues show.
Yes, I've got a very beautiful friend, Vic Mignogna. And
I saw the photo of you. You look like a real thing.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And we did the convention circuit, you know, he's a friend from the circuit as well.
Right.
And he was like, oh, you've got a crazy background. Let me write a script for you. And I was like, yeah. And then they did. And I read it. And it was so beautiful.
Script for you, he said.
Specifically.
So was this like episode revolving around you?
Yes.
Oh, how
And a creature.
So you were like the super guest star.
Yes.
Oh, that's fabulous.
It was amazing. And it felt so cool because it felt like you were walking onto the set of Star Trek.
Where in God's name did they do that?
Kingsland, Georgia.
Georgia?
Mm-hmm.
It must have been hot down there.
It was definitely warm, and it was really cool because there's such intense like fans that, and I'd never done a fan project before, so I was a little wary.
Right.
And then when I read the script, I'm like, oh, I have to do it. This script is so beautiful. You didn't even need to act. You just surrendered to the words. It was amazing. And when I got on set, it's so funny because Vic's, you know, so hardcore that before the scenes when Todd was speaking, Todd, who plays Spock, Habercorn, they would actually come in and he'd come in with a pair of scissors and chop his hair, you know, into the Spock shape.
Oh no!
And Todd's like, "That's my hair." So they're very, very particular, and you know, and actually now at conventions, they get huge. They have a huge fan base.
Of course. They did such a good job. It looks like the real thing, the same lighting and everything.
Yeah.
They even clipped the sides of the film to make it look like
clever.
it was the 60s. Well, that must have been fun, but you did another thing called Hashtag.
Hashtag, I love Hashtag.
What in God's name is that about?
So it's about a social media maven who lives in a 14-foot by 14-foot cubicle. Ish.
Yes.
And she's completely, you know, everything's a commercial and everything's tweeted and everything's hashtagged and everything's and almost like to the...
It sounds like an episode of Black Mirror.
Very. Actually, we shot it right at the time that the first Black Mirror episode came out because we wanted to do the opening shot of the girl with the eye opening up.
Right.
And like it was, I think almost the day before or a couple of days before, one of their episodes had that exact shot. We're like, we can't do that. It's like as soon as you think of something.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
It happens. Great minds, though.
Right?
That's what it is, great minds.
So, but the cool thing was it's got fantastic recognition around the festival circuit. We want to develop it into a full-length feature.
So it's just a short, right?
Yeah, it's a short at the moment, but it's it's very special. I showed it to Brian Henson and Rockney, the creators of Farscape, because I wanted to show them what I'd been doing at the moment. And they went, this is some of the best work we've seen you do.
Really?
And then we were at a convention and the director and producer were in the audience and they said, before that, they said, don't share the film with anyone. I was like, no, I won't, but I did with Brian and Rockney. And so then in the talk, Brian and Rockney go, I talk about Hashtag and they said, oh, we've seen it and it's amazing. I'm like, oh my God.
Really?
Because then at the end of the chat, the producer and director came up and they said, I thought you said that you wouldn't share it with anyone. I'm like, I'm sorry. And they went, it's all right.
Goodness.
Brian Henson and Rockney O'Bannon are fine.
Oh, they have to. I mean, how could you not, right?
They're the best.
All right. Well, let's get back to the film and when we come back, we're going to find out what you are doing next, right?
Yes.
What she's doing next. It's going to be something fun, guaranteed. You guys stay here.
Tacos.
What?
Tacos are good.
Are you hungry?
Are you?
No, I just ate.
Great! She's talking. What's your name, darling?
Don't know. Can't remember.
Well, what do you want to be called?
Called? Taco?
Yeah, let's call her Taco. Or how about Jane, as in Jane Doe?
Jane Doe. Yeah, call me Jane Doe.
I like Taco better. I don't get it. She checks out okay, except for some minor memory loss.
Well, what's wrong with her then?
I don't know. Maybe she was always like this. There's no way for us to know.
Bruce is my hero. Yes, he is.
Well, she likes you, that's good. And it's not like you're the picture-perfect model of sanity either.
Paper towel song, paper towel song, paper towel song.
At least she's not boring.
Where are you, Rubber Ducky? Oh, there you are.
Hull breach in the rear access way.
Max, can you get that? Great, thanks.
Nessie, what do I do?
Take the can of stop leak and the tape and plug the hole.
All right. Where's the leak?
On the upper wall.
We're gonna die! Shake can. Shake can. Put in hole. Cover with tape.
Hull repressurizing.
Oh.
We're not gonna die.
Spruce Flash fun time.
So when we get to the station, are you going to file a report about that freighter? What's your plan?
Ain't got no plan. In the moment, remember?
Well, I'll continue to research the logs. Maybe there'll be some useful information in there. When we get to the station, I'll ask around. See if anybody knows anything about a missing freighter.
I think we should keep our mouths shut until we learn more. If a ship that large goes missing, and it does make the news, they were probably up to something illegal.
Okay. So, who do you suppose Jane Doe really is?
Don't know.
She sure is odd. Why would anybody bring somebody like that on a deep space mission? Maybe she's a savant. Or maybe she's got secret government information locked up in her head that's released if you say a certain code word.
Undoubtedly.
So are you two hitting it off?
Not really. I don't think I'm into her.
What do you mean? She's crazy.
Shut up.
Can you be choosy? It's not like there's a ton of women out here.
I only need one.
You're thinking of somebody, aren't you?
Katie.
So who's Katie?
She works at the Titan station. We really hit it off. Then I had to go on a cargo run. The last time I saw her, she's dating a methane miner. That guy smelled awful. What about you?
I plan to hook up when we get to the station. I've heard it's full of single hotties.
Single hotties? There's no single hotties. It's full of sweaty miners. There's hardly any single girls there except the miners' teenage daughters.
Crap!
And I don't recommend the miners' daughters. There are all sorts of problems that come with that, believe me. Why do you think I practice karate?
The ad for the Titan station said there were tons of hot single women.
It gets the miners there. It's better than saying, come to the Titan station for all the sweaty guys. That would attract an entirely different group of people. So the station has a lot of angry single miners. Once again, karate is a useful skill. Oh, what's this? She found the scissors. I thought I told you to hide all the sharp objects.
I did. I wonder what she looks like.
We may have to space her.
What?
What?
I'm making a cube.
Me too.
Uh-huh.
Braking thrusters engaged.
Oh, your guy fell down.
Don't touch him!
Sorry.
Oh no.
Error in fuel calculation.
I have a little bit of bad news. The escape burn from the freighter used up most of our braking fuel, and we won't have enough to go into orbit.
We're all gonna die?
No. We're most likely not going to die. I have a plan. We'll dive into Saturn's atmosphere and use it as a brake to slow us down. Then we'll pop into orbit around Titan, or we'll burn up.
We're gonna die horribly. I get the last piece of pie.
I really wish she'd stop talking about dying. Is this as serious as it sounds?
We've got nothing to worry about. People do this all the time.
And survive?
And I know of one. Don't worry. I'm almost positive we'll make it. You should learn to do like Jane Doe and live in the moment. I get yesterday's meatloaf.
Hey.
Adjusting for atmospheric entry.
Gonna die.
Port fusion plant failure. Starboard engine strut starting to buckle.
How can you drink at a time like this?
This is the perfect time to drink.
Water storage tank A ruptured.
I need some cup holders in here.
Oh, thank God.
I didn't think we were gonna make it.
What?
Well, it looks like we're coming up on Titan Station.
Oh, there it is.
Titan Station, Vessel Nessus, on approach, pattern Delta 7.
Uh-oh.
What?
We didn't slow down enough to dock.
Oh no! What are we gonna do, smash into the station?
That's a good idea.
What?
You see that antenna array?
Uh-huh.
I think that will slow us down just enough.
Vessel Nessus, you're coming in too fast. Fire your braking thrusters.
Hi, Daddy. Here's your lunch.
Hey, Jenny, thanks. Smells delicious.
Well, hold on. Here goes. We made it!
Yay!
Oh.
Oh. Oh.
Hi, Bruce.
Ooh. He doesn't look very happy.
Vessel Nessus, please bring your license and proof of insurance upon disembarking.
Whoops.
Cut it out.
Hairstyling for the show was provided by Restoration Hair in Santa Rosa.
Welcome to Titan Station. You will never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy.
Oh, wait a minute. That's from Star Wars, from that movie, right?
What?
Anyway, Jane Doe sure took off fast. Do you think we should go look for her?
She knows where we parked.
You haven't called me in 6 months.
Radio's broken, baby. I was gonna call you as soon as I found a phone.
That sounds like an excuse. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, I never want to see you again.
Well, I'm back now. Do you want to go out tonight?
You don't listen, do you?
No, not really. I gotta go see a guy about a thing. Meet you at Titan Cafe in a half an hour?
Okay.
Hey, there you are. I'm glad you found the place. They have really good food here.
Great, because I'm starving. You know, I think I'll have the big breakfast. I haven't had bacon in so long.
You have no idea.
Hi, Bruce.
Hey!
Oh, it's great to see you.
You too.
It feels like it's been so long. Are you in town for a while?
Yeah, I'm here about a month. I have some ship repairs to make.
We should get together before you leave.
Yeah, I'd love to.
So, do you want the usual?
Yeah, that sounds good, Katie.
And what would you like?
How about the big breakfast and some orange juice, please?
All right, that'll be right out. So good to see you.
Hey, that's that girl you told me about. You should go for it.
The timing's never been right between us. Either she's got a boyfriend, or I've got a girlfriend, or I'm a million miles away.
It sounds like you're thinking of the past and not the present. You're here, she's here, you should do something.
Who's the guru here? Okay, don't worry about it. I got a plan. I'm working up to it.
What's that?
This is Eric.
What's Eric?
Eric's my new trilateral mineral analyzer. I want to see what kind of cargo that freighter was hauling. Hey, can you plug this in?
Sure.
Okay. Thanks.
Oops, I forgot to take those menus.
Eric will have the results in a few minutes. Having her on the station ad brought in tons of business. Thank you, darling. I thought you'd like her. It looks like some kind of carbon.
Nothing like a real breakfast.
Yep, 100% refined hog fat.
Hog fat?
Yeah, it turns out that hog fat can be made into almost anything. Pretty cool, huh? It tastes just like the real thing.
But it isn't.
You need to focus on what's in front of you, on the here and now. So eat up.
Analysis complete. 98% carbonado.
Carbonado?
That cargo was amorphous diamonds. That's worth a fortune. And there was a ton of it on that ship, too. And it was blown up. We don't even know where they found it.
Actually, I think I do know. When I was looking at the ship's log, they kept mentioning an asteroid named 5145 Pholus. I looked it up, and it orbits a little ways past Neptune.
Yahoo! We're gonna be rich. All we have to do is go out and get it.
But it took you 6 months to go from Earth to the Titan station. Won't it take years to go that far?
Not if I soup up the engines. We sell this rock, we combine it with the hog fat money, and I can do that. You're coming with me, right?
I don't know. That's a long time to be cooped up in that small ship.
But I need your help. This is a complicated mission. You can't bail on me now when things are going so well. Besides, we're becoming friends, right?
Well, yes. But I don't like that life-threatening terror stuff. And this trip sounds even more dangerous than before.
Ah, come on! If we fix up the ship, we stock up on supplies, we could buy some cases of beer, it'll be great!
Well, I can't let you get rich by yourself. And I am unemployed. I'm in.
Alrighty then! Do you think Jane Doe will want to go?
Hard to say. I'm surprised we couldn't find out anything about her or that ship on the net. Isn't that strange?
Maybe you typed something in wrong. I don't know. But we need crew. And what's the worst that could happen?
I have a couple of requests. Let's fix that long-range receiver and that meteor shield.
Good idea.
Any idea how long it'll take?
It'll take at least 6 months to get out there. But I've done worse. She'll make the Kessel run in less than 12 parsecs.
What?
What?
Never mind.
We'll eat up. We got a lot of work to do. We need to sell this as soon as we can. What the hell? Hold this.
Hey, what are you doing here?
First mate Katie reporting for duty.
Hey, baby.
Hey.
I hired her as crew so we wouldn't have to spend so much time apart.
Well, great. Welcome aboard. There's going to be a lot of work to do once we get out there. The mining unit's automated.
Down, RJ7, down.
We still need a lot of help.
You want to die like the rest of us?
No. I'm totally sure that we'll be mostly safe.
Mostly?
Mostly. Katie, let me show you the ship. We'll start with the pool.
We have a pool?
Yeah, it's great. Come on.
We're all gonna die.
Well, let's get this show on the road. Airlock.
Sealed and retracted.
Shore power and fuel line.
Disconnected.
Fuel tanks.
Topped off and pressurized.
Fusion reactors.
Fusioning?
Docking clamps.
Retracted.
Excellent. Titan Station, vessel Nessus ready for departure.
Nessus, you're clear for departure.
Roger, Titan Station.
And try not to destroy the station when you return.
No promises.
Vessel Nessus is clear of Titan Station. Proceed on present course to avoid incoming traffic.
Hey, Bruce, honey, how's the hog fat biz? Can't believe you're still using that piece of crap shit.
What does that do?
Sewage dump in process.
No! Press the abort button!
Ah! Bruce, what the hell?
Sorry guys. Minor technical malfunction over here.
What the hell are you doing, you bastard? Technical malfunction, my ass. I'm contacting the port authorities.
How long have you been with Katie? We go way back. Do you like cocoa beans? I love cocoa beans. Beans.
Hey, who barfed in the mostly meat?
I did, like 2 months ago.
Oh, I guess I'll just have to eat around it.
Bruce, wait, I bought new boxes.
Ew.
Welcome back to the show. We are just wrapping up here with Miss Gigi Edgley. You know, Tangela was telling me she's never seen your show.
Oh,
And
that's
she
homework.
ran upstairs and watched, she claims, an entire season.
Oh my gosh, are you okay?
She's like a speed reader. No. She could fast forward and watch the film. And she knows everything. She can give you tiny details.
That's awesome.
No, we think she's like a, what do they call those people? It's like a savant.
It's very cool.
All right, so anyways, what are you doing next, Miss Gigi?
So apart from being a full-time mum, I've been doing the Comic-Con circuit and I'm developing a couple of scripts myself, and I've been focusing on a lot of my music.
Music?
Yeah.
You know, I've got some expertise in this field. What do you do?
Well, last year and the year before, my brother and I went on the Wonderland tour, and it was a complete fan-run tour. So we put all over social media, do you want to come? Do you want to see us come and play in your town, in your lounge room, at a nightclub, at a Comic-Con, at a restaurant? And we travelled from May to at the end of August, all around the world. Completely, and it was all
so much fun.
Yeah, it was extraordinary, and I was like 6 months pregnant at the time too, so it was intense. And then we did it again last year. We only did it for a month because we had the little one with us, but she came to every town as well. Oh, wow. Yeah, it was really cool.
So you sing?
Yeah, I sing. And I write the music and everything, and I just love it. It's another one of my big passions.
I was going to ask you to sing that Down Under song, but you're probably tired of that one.
I don't even know. I can sing Boots Are Made for Walking. Why don't you sing it with me? I thought you wanted to be part of my band.
Oh, that would be nice to be part of your band, but I don't do much singing. I'm like more.
I'm a real rock star.
Well, former, but I either compose music or I decompose it. Right, it's one of the two, depending on how many albums we sell. But no, we'll talk some more about some collaborations after we wrap up here. So you're doing that. What about a website? Do you have anything like that?
Yes, it's myname.com, gigiedgley.com. I'm on Facebook, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Instagram.
All of the above.
Yep, come check me out.
Oh, that's wonderful. Well, thank you so much for coming up and seeing us.
You guys are awesome. I love your beautiful house, and thank you so much for having me.
You are welcome here anytime. And when you do this Farscape thing, which we know she's going to do, right? You come back and show us a clip, right?
Yes, we'll do.
Hope. We'll keep our fingers crossed for you.
Thank you.
All right. As far as you guys go, thanks for staying up late and watching the show with us. It's always nice to have you here because, if you don't watch our show, you're probably watching something better, and that will make us sad, or at least it'll make her mad, so don't do it. See you next time. So, Gigi, this whole thing about playing your band sounds wonderful, but what if we, collaborated on writing some music?
I've heard some of the music you've written, so...